What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist, Head Stokastic, here on the Odd Shopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Links, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Great content that would be even better if Stephon Diggs, given an overtime period, could have secured the football, as I lost his receptions on the hook and his yardage prop that I ended up adding to the card on the hook as well. I mean, it was just disturbing. And I know some bad bets. You're going to have some bad beats over the course of your career when it comes to betting, when it comes to sports betting specifically. But, like, my God, how? Anywho, we're here to talk a little bit of NBA. It's going to be a fun one. 5 games here on tap for Monday's slate. You can check out BetMGM if you're 21 and over, 18 and over in Kentucky. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. But you can sign up for that down below, as well as the amazing new price that we have here on Odd Shopper, which is, I believe we have one more day here of the Black Friday promo. You can use Black Friday, that promo code down below. Sign up for Odd Shopper, get the tools, get the industry-leading tools for the market-based approach, what I use every single day in conjunction with my projections, and that, my friends, is how you get the plays here on this card that are generally pretty good, but like football, just fuck it. Anywho, we're ready to talk a little NBA. Excited to be back in the association for another week, and that's really all I have for that. Producer Jacob, maybe I'll see you Saturday at the Pac-12 championship game, as I might be heading to Vegas for that. Quack, quack, go Ducks. But producer Jacob, let's get to the picks. Our tour begins with the Washington Wizards and the Detroit Pistons. I know a lot of you DFSers, good thing I took Saturday off. Jordan Poole gets scratched out of the middle of nowhere, like immediately after tip. I had one lineup in play, and so thank God for it. Year long. I don't know why you would want to have Jordan Poole in your life, or why you... Here's the thing. I thought he would be somebody who accumulated stats. I thought he would be somebody that we could rely on to at least put up points for this team, but he's been the worst player statistically in the history of the NBA in terms of plus minus relative to somebody who takes at least 15 shot attempts per game. That's what I was trying to say. I tried to say it all together as one word. It didn't work. But we're looking at a Washington Wizards team that with or without Jordan Poole is not very good. They still have Delon Wright out, who's actually somebody I thought was pretty functional once upon a time with the Hawks. Had decent enough plus minus with them as well. So in terms of like expected win share, he's somebody that is better than Bilal Coulibaly or Jordan Poole. That's not great. Kyle Kuzma, he went out there and got wrecked. 136-108 against Atlanta last time out at home. In this Wizards team, there are really no bounds to which they're atrocious. But I was digging through the props, and first of all, you're not getting a lot of available stuff here on the Washington side because of that Jordan Poole news. And then on the Detroit side, the one guy we know going to continue to be out, although he has resumed practice, is my boy, Bojan Bogdanovic. He's starting to get acclimated. Maybe we see him sooner rather than later, but still, doesn't really matter with the current complexion of this team. Yeah, our guy Jalen Duren, nice to see him back, but the ankle still doesn't look completely healthy to me. He did put up that double-double. Nice to see him rejoin doing the double-double things after 2 weeks off, but it was still a little bit sluggish. 29 minutes, they get completely blown out of the water against Indy, and, well, when you have to go run with Indiana, probably going to make you look ridiculous from time to time if you're not necessarily built for that style of play. And yeah, 29 minutes, good to see him get some action, but I don't really find any of the numbers on his props to be all that advantageous. So the only thing I'm remotely thinking about right now is just continuing to pick on the Wizards. Why wouldn't we? I know that we don't have the spread numbers that sit directly above you here. Just know they don't win basketball games. I think you knew that they don't win basketball games. And on the season, this is a battle of 2 and 14 teams. Let me say this one more time. Washington and Detroit. I'll say it one more time if I didn't. Stuttering Stanley. Washington and Detroit are both 2 and 14. Those are bad numbers. Like, they suck. And yet I'm really thinking legitimately about betting Detroit here because Washington is just that much worse. So, lean? Let's call it a lean. Let's not pull the trigger here yet. Hopefully something else shows up. Obviously, Jordan Poole in or out doesn't really matter all that much because he's a bad basketball player and doesn't help you win games. And how Golden State got rid of him, I'm still never going to... Makes no damn sense. Draymond Green knew, friends. Draymond Green knew. far more advantageous spot here, and that's normally the way things work out. My favorite play of the entire day actually comes from this one because you work through Indiana games. One thing shows up. It's all about that pace, no treble, 104.1 possessions per 48 minutes. Every single time this game goes out of control and it shoots out because there's one guy, the pride of Iowa State. It's not Talen Horton-Tucker. It could be Charlie Kohler if he scores a touchdown for me for Baltimore. But, friends, there is no doubt about it. The pride of Iowa State right now, Tyrese Halliburton. He only played for like 2 months for us because he got hurt and then was out, and it was a whole thing, and he fell down and slid in the draft, and Sacramento stole him, and then they traded the wrong guard, and it is what it is. But you look at Tyrese Halliburton's numbers. Even though you go through his defensive plus-minus, and he's one of the worst defenders in the NBA, minus 2.2, he is a plus 8.7 on the offensive end. He is better than Nikola Jokic in terms of plus-minus on the offensive end. His expected win share, despite the negative 2.2 plus-minus, is at 2.7. That is 97th percentile. That is up there with Jokic. That is up there with Embiid. That is up there with all of the big poppers in the NBA. He has a 67.5% true shooting percentage. That's 92nd percentile. He is shooting 45.4% from three, 93rd percentile. And his assist rate, of course, what the fuck? 47.9%. My dude, you are out of control. You make no sense. And as long as you're playing basketball, we have to be interested. Now, Aaron Nesmith, he's questionable. Who gives a flying rat's you know what? But I don't know why I was gearing away from swearing. I was more than happy to do it there. But as I look at Indiana, this is a team that you're just backing these overs. I've talked about it multiple times on this program already, and I kind of feel a little bit unjustified as I feel justified, but I feel as though I'm not giving you the right information from time to time because, well, they shoot out every game. Go through Halliburton's logs the last few. 136, 113, 132, 131, 157, 152, 128, 116, 132, 126, 137, 126, 126, 124, 134, 118, 152. In fact, the over is hit in 8 consecutive games that Tyrese Halliburton's played. Been on the card nonstop. Why I haven't put a full unit on it, I don't know. Maybe I'm a broken person. Maybe I just like pain. Maybe I like making less money rather than more. None of those things are true. I'm a great person and I'm here to make money. So, Pacers, Portland coming to town. Pacers and Portland, 241.5. This is a broken number. The books are just having a tough time adjusting to just how good Tyrese Halliburton is. And you can say, you know what? I expect regression from his 51% shooting from the field, his 45.4% three-point percentage. I expect regression for this team in terms of shooting overall. But the fact remains, they have surrounded him with Miles Turner, a step back shooting 5. You got Buddy Hield in this starting lineup here of late, somebody that knocks down the 3, 43% three-point percentage on the season. I mean, what more is there not to like here? Over 241.5. Lock it up. Put a bow on it. Put it underneath your fucking tree. 241.5. Absolute smash. Also a smash how unbelievable these prices are. Now, look at your screen. Not just at my face and the fact that it looks like I'm wearing a toupee. Don't mind those things. But $14.95 is now the new weekly price for Odd Shopper. $49.95 is the new monthly price for Odd Shopper. We have promo code Black Friday that you can fire up here right now. Get yourself 50% off of those. I believe that continues on until Monday. Producer Jacob, does that continue on until Monday? I believe it continues on until Monday. Thumbs up. Look at this. Beautiful stuff from producer Jacob. $14.95 for the weekly, $49.95 for the monthly. Friends, that is slashed in half. Go to the next card, producer Jacob. It becomes $7.97. I mean, it's going to be what it is. It's just chopped in half. The weekly, the monthly, you get an opportunity to get in at a very low price point. Right meow. So take advantage, my friends. Promo code Black Friday, 50% off a weekly or a monthly. Your first payment of either. May I recommend the monthly? Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. Yeah, that's Beauty and the Beast. But first payment, my friends, first month would be $25 to check out the market-based approach on the tools, the Odd Shopper tools, the thing I use every single day to shop across all sports books, find you the best lines, then add them to the modeling process. It is incredible. There is no way that it's not going to make you a better sports bettor knowing what the best plays are at the top of the board every single day in terms of expected value. That's the name of the game, finding the best lines and winning more money. So again, 50% off for you to check it out for yourself, as well as get into the premium Discord, hang out with me, kick your feet up, and I can tailor-made your card every single day. I'll teach you how to lose by the hook on Stephon Diggs catches and receiving yards. Absolute pain. Oh my God. Anyway, at least we got the over on the Rams in Arizona, and I ended up jacking that up for a unit too, so that was a lock technically too. But Black Friday sale, friends, continuing on here into Monday. Take advantage now. It's going to be going away soon. Promo code Black Friday, 50% off. Let's get back to the picks. All I know is that tomorrow, it's going to be really painful knowing that Tuesday, there's a million basketball games, but my Minnesota Vikings playing Monday night. Be watching these games for an hour and a half beforehand. The last of the 7 p.m. Eastern time. Yes, 3 of your 5 games start at 7 p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Pacific. Looking forward to this one especially. The Lakers taking on Philly. And Philadelphia in the post-James Harden era, working out better for them than it's working out for the Clippers at the moment, although the Clippers ended up having a bounce-back W after they ended up looking like complete garbage after the fact. But what are they doing right now? What are the Clippers doing right now? Just pain and suffering. Yeah, no, they ended up winning their last game. But as I'm looking at the board here for the Lakers, this is a completely different situation. We'll talk about the Clippers a little bit later. I don't know why I was talking about the Clippers now. Like just going down the let's do the time warp again. Name that movie. Actually, you should be able to name that movie. Am I too old? I'm too old. All right, let's talk actual basketball here and actual things that are applicable to this game. The Lakers, the Sixers, y'all know, again, I was talking about the James Harden era. I knew that I was going to get back on track somewhere in my brain. Here we are. LeBron James has been awesome this season. Like, legitimately awesome. And I know it's his 21st season in the NBA, and I know that we're going to get this weird questionable tag pretty much every single time for him here. It's really, really frustrating because eventually he's going to sit. I still think it's like 95% that he plays here. And in terms of EPM, he's 98th percentile, 99th percentile in expected win share, 3.4 estimated win share. He's got a 62.7% effective field goal percentage, 65.4% true shooting percentage, 29.5% usage. I could go on and on, not to mention his 31.5% assist rate. And this is really what I kind of wanted to highlight, star, and centerfold, is that you got a guy in D'Angelo Russell who doesn't necessarily fit with the complexion of this team the way that I really would want them to long-term. Like if I'm looking at my assets and I'm trying to turn them into something else, I want LeBron James running the point here for me. I probably don't want a guy who's middle of the road true shooting, 58.8% in D'Angelo Russell. I probably don't want somebody who's just carrying around a 22.4% usage, although that is on the upper echelon. That's an above average for a starter, right? We're right around the 75th percentile, but I think this translates into points, and this is kind of where I'm going at for this game. I like the under, like to a certain extent, but I'm going to call it a lean because I actually like the over of D'Angelo Russell for points a little bit more. Again, you have LeBron James out there creating, doing more of that work. And while you still have a 27.6% assist percentage for D'Angelo Russell, there's a part of me that thinks he's going to be more catch and shoot here with LeBron on the floor, especially for those overlapping times from the beginning of the first quarter and beginning of the third quarter where you know they're going to share the floor. Now, there are a lot of issues with D'Angelo Russell where I think you see this 16.9 points per game and then a 14.5 point line that's minus 105 at points better right now. And it looks like, well, obviously you want to jam that. But au contraire, friends. That's the difference between mean and median. And there are so many outcomes where he doesn't close and play the last 5 minutes of the game because he is such a porous defender. That's where they rely on guys like Austin Reeves. So I'm putting this in as a caveat. Cam Reddish, I would actually prefer him to be out, and this Russell play would turn more into a lock, mainly because it's one less guy that could be on the floor in those closing units. And yeah, Reeves can take over some of the ball handling duty, and it's no guarantee that you get D'Angelo Russell closing, but it's at least better because you remove a dude who's been playing way too many minutes. I mean, this guy was a failure in Atlanta and New York, and all of a sudden, he is playing a massive role on this almost said Clippers there, caught myself. Lakers team when healthy, like legitimately averaging 24 minutes a game, but has played 30 plus in every single game that he has started now for the last however long. It's been insane. Yeah, three games consecutively before getting hurt against Utah. So be on high alert. Russell, Over 14.5 would upgrade it with the removal of somebody in Cam Reddish here who is questionable for this game. And then on the Philly side, you know what to do. Joel Embiid's probably pretty good at basketball. The Pelicans, the Jazz, run it back, my friends, run it back. This game was absolute madness the other night. You saw Zion Williamson sit. He should be good to go for this one, but there's some murky situation now on the Utah side. And beside the point that starting lineup that they rolled on Saturday was pure cancer in basketball form, like as bad as something is, terrible, horrible, like the worst thing on earth. Like that is, again, nothing. Cancer fucking sucks. Fuck cancer. But what I'm saying is that these Pelicans taking on this Utah team, the fact that they lost to that starting lineup on Saturday is so egregious. I don't quite have words for it. And yet we're going to bounce back here and we're going to go towards this New Orleans side. So you're looking at Utah, where Lauri Markkanen, questionable yet again for this spot. You have Jordan Clarkson, questionable yet again for this spot. I repeat, the starting lineup, Keontae George. You had Fontecchio, who ended up starting as well, alongside Chris Dunn. And then at the big spot, you ended up having Omer Yurtseven, Sioux Falls Skyforce legend, Omer Yurtseven, for what it's worth, formerly of the Miami Heat, Sioux Falls affiliate. You know, that's what it is. No big deal. You look great in 27 minutes, by the way. He's a dude. And then John Collins just existing out there. Should have eaten up more usage than he did. He didn't hit a double-double for my buddy and will probably never get forgiven, but it is what it is. This New Orleans side with Zion Williamson back, completely different complexion, and there's injury news that can break for you here. Again, I don't know what to make of Jordan Clarkson and Lauri Markkanen status, but a hamstring's a bad freaking deal. And it actually puts a little bit of the pressure on me to say, oh, well, Lauri Markkanen, even if he is playing, does he play his full allotment of minutes? Jordan Clarkson, I think, matters a lot less, mainly one, because he's not a true, he's not a positive expected win share basketball player. And two, Lauri Markkanen is a 6'11" guy who shoots threes. So I don't know whether it's Porzingis or Chet Holmgren, future NBA Hall of Famer Chet Holmgren. Feel pretty good about that call. Looking at the Pelicans is an absolute smash here, but showing a little bit of reservation because if Lauri plays, that would suck. New Orleans -3.5, like it for a half unit. Think this is a number that could end up being 5, 6 without Lauri, 6.5 without Clarkson. These are good things, friends. Zion playing basketball here. God forbid he gets late scratched. And of course, BetMGM, sign up down at the link below. We have 2 months of Odd Shopper tools plus Discord access waiting in the wings for you by taking advantage of this deal. So if you decide that BetMGM is a sportsbook you need to have in your portfolio, and I got to say, I enjoy it, especially the Arizona version. The Nevada version, for whatever reason, you don't have access to a ton of props. And I don't know. I'm going to find out Friday if I end up going to this football game because I was just told that it's on Friday, the Pac-12 championship. I think I got to make my way over there. But the Arizona version is lovely, and I love building out the single game parlays there. Really cool, great stuff, friends. So claim up to $1,500 in the bonus bets. Again, you have an opportunity to take advantage of great. It differs from state to state, so you have to take a look at that for yourself down at the link below. But if you have your DraftKings, your FanDuels, your Caesars, guess what? BetMGM is one of the most reputable, amazing sports books to be a part of, and you're going to get 2 months of Odd Shopper tools plus Discord access just for trying it out at the link below. Only if you're 21 and over. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. To the last game of the night, we go. Last game, we're doing a little bit of a live look in here because the Denver Nuggets taking on the San Antonio Spurs as we speak. And wouldn't you know it, Aaron Gordon, just popped up as questionable in the old injury report today. They just rested him, and guess what? They were smart too. 66-48. San Antonio in absolute shambles. I mean, you can't be in shambles if you have Victor Wembanyama. He's really, 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 really good. Has 14.7 boards and 3 steals and a block in 12 minutes right now. And they're down 18 because everything around him is trash. Yes, they basically took a French novelty, like the baguette. They wrapped it in a turd. 5 other dudes, or 4 other dudes on the floor with him that just ruined the entire palette. Not good. It's like taking well, I already gave you one analogy. I don't know why I need to come up with another. Let's look at the Clipper side of this one, though, shall we? Love the fact that Russell Westbrook has been demoted to, near irrelevantism. that's not the right way of saying it. But 14, 8, and 7 coming off the bench against Dallas. 25 minutes. Better than the 14 minutes he played the game before, although it was on a back-to-back, and a lot of people freaking out about Russell Westbrook's minutes going into Saturday. Saturday, I didn't have that much action in play. Well, I had a little bit. My wife said, don't bet today on Saturday. Oh, no, sorry. I already had the bets in earlier. I'm a liar. I went to the bathroom. I'm a terrible husband. But we're looking at the Clipper side, friends. And Russell Westbrook. Nice to see some ammunition for him playing those 22, 24, 25 minutes off the bench. That's going to be the best version of Russell Westbrook here within this Clipper situation. And good to see James Harden finally come out of the funk here a little bit, creating. Not shooting very well so far, still 34.5% from three. And we're talking about Tyrese Halliburton shooting better than 10% better, and yet James Harden is the guy who can force out trades and do whatever he wants. And Tyrese Halliburton just plays basketball, just throwing it out there. Love him. Yeah. But Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, this is going to be a fascinating matchup. And Jokic right now going completely ballistic like you would normally expect Nikola Jokic to do, because he's kind of good at that. 17, 5, and 3. But why did I not bet his triple-double today? 1, tons of blowout risk. 2, I think people are getting a little bit comfortable jamming Nikola Jokic triple-doubles because it was minus 125. I'm vehemently cheering against it to hit tonight. Vehemently cheering against it to hit so that we can get plus money again here against a Clippers team that it should be a better number for us. And you get Aaron Gordon back into the mix more than likely, because for my money, the Jamal Murray thing, the Aaron Gordon thing, it was just pure rest. It was a heel deal. It was not a back-to-back. That's what it is. Jamal Murray will not be playing basketball. But as I look at Denver, Nikola Jokic across the board, I mean, I've been breaking down all these other guys. I might as well just start giving you the information because we have the sample size. And also, I know some of you just want the picks. I think you know where I'm going at with this, but some of you want good information. And why is it so sensitive for me? Minus 125. Why is that a bad number? And why am I looking for plus money? Well, Jokic is the top player in my model. He was last year. He is again this year. He has been basically for 3 years straight. He has a 42.4% assist percentage, but it has ticked down ever so slightly in the absence of one Jamal Murray. He does have a 32.9% defensive rebound percentage. That's the 99th percentile, but you're seeing the minutes come down because they've had a lot of blowouts. 33.7 minutes per game. Yeah, that's in the top 10th percentile, but like, there's a lot of starters that can fall into that vein and play more minutes than that so far in the early going of this season. And to round it all out, the guy's still a 64.2% true shooter. The points are kind of a given when you're talking about the elite guys, unless it's like Domantas Sabonis, where once in a while you're going to see him fall short of that 10 number. But a guy like Jokic, or LeBron, or whomever else you might be looking at the triple-double market, I generally just disregard points and I focus on the assist and rebound, unless it's a very obvious case. Ben Simmons, there's an obvious case for you. Enjoy. But this assist percentage, 41.4%, I need about 35 minutes to make that worth our while, and it needs to be plus money. There you go. Good talk. Glad we had it. Jokic, we're leaning that direction, but I have no numbers. They're playing basketball right now. They're playing basketball right now. It was fun to break down, though. That's what we're looking at for Jokic triple doubles. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. You know what to do. Go to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays that exist on the board here for Monday. Tuesday is going to be a wild slate, but 5 games should be able to keep you apprised of everything, not just in the premium Discord, but over on my Twitter. Go to X, yes, the artist formerly known as Twitter, at Eric Lindquist. Just my name, sitting there in the bottom bar. You search my name, you will find me at Eric Lindquist over there. I'll be doing Lindy's Locks update. Sometimes it's in video form. It was in video form throughout the MLB. This year with NBA was so much changing news. I find it to be a little bit more efficient to just write it out for the people and send it along the merry way. And also, I'm prioritizing everybody in that premium Discord, which, by the way, has been slashed by $5. And then you can use promo code Black Friday and it gets slashed even further, as well as getting the tools, as well as getting the OS tools, the holy grail itself, the market-based approach king. Sign up down at the link below. Again, promo code Black Friday. Get 50% off your first payment, whether that's a week or a month. Doesn't matter what your name is, as The Rock would say. Take advantage of that promo. Alrighty, y'all. I'll be back on Tuesday per usual. Thank you to producer Jacob. And also, he might have talked me into spending a lot of money and going to Vegas on Friday. I want to go watch some Ducks beat up on some Huskies. That sounds fun. Until next time, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Monday.